Hello all, welcome to another endgame study of the Solving Harder Studies to Improve Chess Calculation series. This endgame for us to practice was composed by Serguei Kaminer. If you haven't, I suggest you watch the guide. If you are already prepared, then you already know the main countdown of 10 minutes will start, and then I'll catch you back with the beginning of the solution. And here we are. Well, the position is simple. We have few material, but because it's an open board, lots of moves possible. It's harder from the start. So we have a rook and a bishop. Of course, black has the bishop pair and another pawn. And basically, we need to disrupt the coordination of black pieces. Otherwise, we are not going to be able to win. So basically, we need to go after the bishops. But we need to pay attention because, for example, if we go directly against the most fragile light square bishop, then it's just going to move to f5, for example, and now I attack the other bishop and the other bishop moves away, and suddenly I'm not finding a position to win any one of them, and with an extra pawn even, it's going to be really hard for white to win this one. So from the beginning, we need to be smart. We need to pay attention to the position, what the position offered us. And the first good move, the first interesting good one, is to first check the king. Of course, the king only has one move now, going to b2, and now we are attacking the enemy bishop. So now things start to become better because notice that indirectly we are also threatening a fork in rook b7 with rook b7. So over here, of course, if black goes to the 8th rank, we can simply win directly one of the bishops. The same goes if it goes to e8, and the same goes if it comes to b5 again. I can fork both bishops, and so and again if it goes to f5, I simply can check and win directly the dark square bishop. But of course, black plays bishop h3. So now the first moment for you to pause and think, 1 minute, and then I catch you back to continue with the guided solution. And I hope you have solved this one, because if you went directly for the fork, then you are going to fall to an easy trick from black. Black will play king a3, and now, of course, it's threatening to move away with the bishop, so we need to take the bishop. But notice that the king is already trapped, so there are no moves with the king. So black uses this trick of sacrificing the bishop. Of course, if the king moves away, let's say, for example, to e3, I just grab the other bishop and I'm playing a drawing end game. Even with the pawn, it's even easier. And if the king accepts, and this is a draw by stalemate because the king has no moves and it's not under check, so it's a draw by stalemate. So this was more or less a hard one. So the idea here is first we attack the bishop. So now we win one tempo with the bishop. So the bishop moves to f1. So again, keeping open the threat for black. Now it's white to play. So let's say we go with the same check. Black goes with the same idea. And now final countdown for you to think more. 1 minute, pause if you need more, and then come back to resume with the ending of this solution. And let's go for the final one. Of course, we can take the bishop. This would be the same big blunder that we saw in the other variation. So here, black just sacrificed the bishop, and if the king accepts, it's just draw by stalemate. So before taking down the bishop, we need to find another way. And the other way is to play the brilliant king f2. Now we are attacking the two bishops at the same time, so one of them will fall. And of course, black can try to sacrifice, like for example, going into the bishop g3, but we can accept because when the bishop comes with the idea, okay, if you don't accept the bishop with the king, then we are just going to grab one piece, but we take it with the bishop. So removing one square from the limited enemy king, and this is not a stalemate draw, so we are going after a win. Of course, over here, if you accept the bishop, then we get that draw, which is not the ideal for a win. So in the end, this move from the king was the key to win it. Don't forget it. It was a brilliant one. Hope you have enjoyed it, and of course, I see you and catch you up with future videos. Bye bye.